SOG has done it again. They have shocked and surprised me. They are coming out with the Tellus MultiTool in around May 2025 of this year, 13-in-1, the SOG Tellus MultiTool in OD green with orange accents. Now, this is really a good news. It's got some bad news. It's a whole mix. We'll dive into it. One of the things to know up front is that it will come in at $75. And this is a tool that, according to the interview given on the Knife Center video on YouTube at SHOT Show 2025, the representative for SOG, for GSM, says that this is a primarily camping multi-tool. That's interesting. So that is what this gear is. This is the niche that it's geared to, rather. Now let's go ahead and talk about the plier head first, because it really reminds me of the water pump pliers on the Knipex pliers. Right here, when we look at it, it has some similarities. The problem is with this one, what makes it so great is that you can adjust it up and down, and that's pretty cool. But the one on the SOG, there's only so much that you can open it. It is primarily designed, according to the representative, for like grabbing pots off of a camping fire, which I don't know how many people want a plier head designed to grab pots out of a camping fire. I don't know. That seems like a very small selection of people, but supposedly that's what it's for. And also, one of the things that interested me is that he said in this video, again, I'll put a link below to this video where he's talking to the gentleman at the Knife Center, that there will be a ferro rod included with this tool. So let's get into the name. The name of this new tool is Tellus, from Latin. I think it means earth or something similar to that. Now, SOG recently has been taking the names from their knife line. Apparently, they think that is more familiar to people, and people will buy a multi-tool named after a knife that they like. And one of the first times we saw that was on the Flash MT. Now, this was essentially a redo of the previous reactor, but I looked and I couldn't really find a SOG reactor knife. This seems to be one of the first times they did this with the Flash MT. This one right here is a pretty neat tool. Even today, I do like it. It just doesn't have a bunch of options. It basically is a knife blade, a plier. It does have this 4mm screwdriver option, and then also can opener and a flat screwdriver. That's basically all you get. Then the Aegis, this also was named after a knife. This is very unique in that this is designed for fly fishermen, it seems to be. It's got this very long or large cutting surface, and then this very needle nose surface. We have right here, this is supposedly a bottle cap lifter, and then there is this set of tweezers with a knife. Very different, unique tool set. Again, a little bit too specific, I think, for a lot of people. And now we have the Tellus MultiTool. And this one, if I am looking at it right, reminds me an awful lot of the SOG PowerPlay. Now, I think what they have done is essentially taken the SOG PowerPlay, stripped it down, and put almost like carbon fiber inserts, perhaps, and changed the plier head and some of the tools. But one of the things you'll notice is that this tool operates very much like the PowerPlay, in that you have tools in this handle and then tools come out of this handle. So most tools, you either have the tool on this side and this side, or on the inside and the inside. But with SOG, they like to do it where the tools are almost like reversed. So they'll pack some tools in this handle and then some tools in the outside handle. So you get a little bit of both, which is different. I'm not sure why they do that. Yes, it's nice to have some outside accessible tools, but it's not that great to have inside tools. So they like to pack a little bit of the best and a little bit of the worst of both worlds, which unfortunately seems to be what SOG does to some extent. I really like the design of SOG tools, how wonderful, easy to open the compound leverage system is, but there are times when SOG is a little frustrating in their design department. You wonder, what are they doing? Now, when we come to the locking mechanism on this, you'll notice the locking mechanism is right here. And then when you look on the back, you have this big chunk of metal, and then you do have this lip right here. And when I look at the video of the Tellus, it does look a little bit like this, but I don't see any buttons. I don't know. Now, again, the representative in that video where he's talking to Knife Center about this brand new tool, he talks about that this is locking, that the Tellus, rather, not the Power Play, this is locking. The Tellus, the brand new tool, is locking, but I don't see any unlocking mechanisms. I don't know. So I'm a little bit confused. I think perhaps they're going back to the old-fashioned system of where you maybe pull another tool back and that helps unlock it. And that way you have a clean slate and it makes it a little bit more simpler. I don't know how people will react to that. It seems like very old-fashioned technology to me, but perhaps, I don't know. Maybe people will be okay with that, but I doubt it. That is very, very different. So let me know if from some of these pictures that I'm showing what you think. I think it will be a very slim tool. Again, I don't think it will be this thick. It will probably be a little bit more thin like the Power Access, but the end of the tool looks a lot like this Power Play, it seems to me. Now, with this tool, one of the things that we find on the Knife or Blade HQ, when they talk about it, they say that it has rounded pliers, which we have seen, a saw, Phillips screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, awl, chisel, tweezers, which is a little different, but again, supposedly this is a camping themed tool. File, scissors, knife, cord cutter, can opener, bottle opener. So besides the pliers and the tweezers, I think a lot of the other tools are all tools that we have seen before, perhaps. The saw does look a little bit redesigned. It looks a little different. Most of the other tools look fairly standard, like SOG MultiTools, but we'll have to see. It does have a bit driver on the end, so at least they are keeping that option, which I think that's a good option to keep. As long as you're doing the compound leverage system, it's nice to have that extra benefit. It will be very interesting to see what is going on. Again, this will not be available till about May. Perhaps there'll be some updated pictures. Maybe I'll be able to do a video a little bit sooner to the date and we'll have some more answers. But so far, this is a unique tool. I'm not sure how great it is. Again, on Blade HQ, it says that each tool folds out for easy access in the closed position. Handle is slip resistant, lightweight and grippy, durable, easy to use, and pack full of value. Keep it in your pocket for everyday utility. And then when it talks about specifications, it says it's almost 6 inches long. Now that seems a little off, but it's only 6.8 ounces in weight. I could definitely believe that. I'm assuming what they mean is that it's 5.7 inches open. So if we open something like the Power Access, then yes, it is almost 6 inches in the open position. I think that's what they mean with Tellus MultiTool. I think they just got a little confused. We've seen a lot of that even with Gerber, their new stakeout tool, their stakeout Spark. There was some confusing measurements with that as well. Let me know what you think about this new SOG MultiTool. Is it great? Is it bad? Are you excited? Or do you just not care? Let me know.